Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the WSSEA Spring 2025 Rocket League season. We're going to go ahead and hop into the game because we're actually late to the game. This is Lake Stevens High School versus Selah High School. And we are kind of frantically catching up to get things going today. We had an opponent scheduled that was Lincoln High School. We were scheduled to play with Lincoln High School on today at 4 o'clock, but then Lincoln had to forfeit the match. They did not have enough people. So we went looking for another team to play against, and the only other team we could find that was available was Selah High School. We're actually very excited to play against Selah High School today because Selah High School is one of the stronger teams in the division that we are not in. So we don't bump into Selah in the regular season. We would only bump into them in the playoffs. So this gives us an opportunity to understand how we match up cross division in our performance. Selah, I believe, is ranked second in their division. So if we can do well against the second place team, that bodes well for our ability to do well in playoffs. But we also have a bit of a time issue that we're fighting right now, which is that the Rocket League game is going to update in 15 minutes, which could absolutely, nice block by Agrofusion, which could absolutely mess with our ability to complete our match before at a regularly scheduled time. Now, it's not usually an issue. Nice, come on, Agro. Because we could just start a little bit later and run a little bit later, but Selah High School is not able to run later because they have an activity bus they need to catch. So we had to rush to get this game started and running today. Now, fortunately, we were able to get it going. We got our team ready, and the Vikings are up 3-0 in game 1. And so far, a pretty decent performance by the Vikings. Is Wild going to get his point? No. All right, things have settled. I'm feeling a little bit better now. Let's slow things down. Vikings are actually up in the series, 1-0, and let's take a look at what our team composition is today. For the Vikings, in the orange, we have Agrofusion over there in the goal. We also have Wild driving this flashy lava car, and we've got Hogs driving this sleek purple roadster. Hogs, this is her first Rocket League match she has played in this season, not because she hasn't wanted to compete in others, but there have been some logistical issues that prevented her from doing so for a little bit. There have been some logistical issues which prevented her from doing so for a little bit. And also, she is a JV level player who is, the couple times she's been available, we haven't had a JV team that we were able to play against. So she hasn't been able to play. This is her first chance to play in our season. Really nice. Oh, nice try there. Agro set it up for Wild, but Wild was not able to do anything with it. We have seen some really great performances this season from our core of varsity Rocket League players, led by Agrofusion. You can see him there in the corner. But also by Wild Viking and by Linen Mantis. Linen Mantis, as well as Agrofusion, actually, are both on the Lake Stevens High School track team. And so they have had to balance their Rocket League performances. Come on, buddy. Nice try. They've had to balance their Rocket League performances with track attendance. Getting a lot of demos coming from Selah High School today. Lennon Mantis is on the track team, and he is not here today, but he, Agro Fusion, Wild Viking, and also kind of holding that number 4 spot, we've got AST Gopher, have made for a very solid crew of players for Lake Stevens this season. Nice try by Agro, sets it up. Wild not able to find the angle in. There we go. Wild gets one. Agro sends it over. Wild is there to bring it down to the core, and a nice little angle to get it past the Selah player. For Selah, by the way, today we have Crazy Manimal, Double Autumn, and Raijin plays. Lots of demos coming in from Selah. Nice touch from Wild. A little too far over into the corner. Hogs get demoed. And into the corner from Crazy Manimals. Very aggressive play style from Selah today. And that post sound, I love it. I love it so much. Nice. Too far. A little too far. Nice try. Nice try by Wild. Double Autumn takes it to Lake Stevens corner. Agro clears it out. Crazy Manimals misses the catch at midfield. Wild sends it up. Agro is lurking there. Nice little hit by Agro. Double sends it out to the corner. Here comes Agro. Challenges. Uh-oh. That's an open goal. Sneaks past Wild a little bit too far over to the left. He dove and the ball slips past for an open goal. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Raijin gets an open goal on the Vikings again. 56 seconds left to play in Game 2. Vikings committing too far to offense that time, not able to catch that ball and cradle it back towards the Selah goal. Wow, great little conflict there in front of Lake Stevens goal. It's actually funny, both Selah and Lake Stevens have the same mascot. It is the Vikings on both sides. Wild is going to fight for the goal on this one, but Crazy Manimals slaps it over the top. Agro. Hey, nice job, Agro. Nice job. All right. We move into game number 3. Here we go. AST Gopher is in now. Okay, so Hogs is out this game, and AST Gopher is back in. Definitely some better pressure from Selah overall in this game and in game 2. But Vikings are now going to find having a third car in the air a little more often is probably going to help our performances here. I think they're a little more hesitant with the demos this time, at least so far. Double Autumn clearly has some aerial skill, but so does Aggro, so does Wild, and to a degree, so does Gopher as well. Man, Aggro is just so fast. Raijin lurking back there. No open goal this time. We are scoreless in game 3. Nice. Aggro doing his best to keep it right over there. Rolls up into the corner. Nice little drop. Nice little drop. Oh, nice try. Can Aggro punch it in? Nope. Too far. Top right corner. Wild keeps it in Selah territory. It's going to roll out and get clear. Crazy Manimals doesn't have it all the way out. That might be a goal. Aggro with a beautiful save. Okay, Aggro sends it to midfield. A miss by Raijin. It's dead there. Gopher tries to knock it towards the goal. Slow finding our footing here. Crazy Manimals and Aggro are fighting for this ball. Wild is there for the save. Raijin swings in, knocks it into Ast's, into Gopher's hands. Double knocks it out of the air, but it's still sitting here. There goes Aggro Fusion, the double demo from Selah, and now the Vikings find themselves on the back foot again. Gopher gets it past one. He's fighting Crazy Manimals. Crazy Manimals deadens it, but here comes Aggro Fusion. Crazy Manimals, a patient play, does get bumped by Aggro Fusion. Wild clears. Double catches it, rolls up into Lake Stevens' corner. It's coming down. It's in a good position for Double Manimals, but a great save by the Vikings. There was a demo. I think if they hadn't demoed, a third person there might have made the difference. Crazy Manimals slowly takes it above the Selah goal, escorts it down. A little pinch right into Aggro Fusion's hands, but Aggro does get demoed. A double demo from Crazy Manimal. Ooh, good job, Wild. Aggro with some very clean wall control. Wasn't able to get there, but Wild does. If there's the two most common varsity players we have had this year have been Aggro and Wild, and they really represent the yin and yang of our team. They both play great offense. They both play great defense, but Aggro is known for that high-flying, offensive aerial play, and Wild is always there for the save. Here comes Gopher. Nice. Hits the post. 45 seconds left in game 3. We are tied up. Crazy Manimals with a little bit of a jockey there. Double tries to send it there, but all 3 Lake Stevens players are there to pull it out of the way. They get a brief moment of respite. Gopher fighting Crazy Manimals in the corner. Double clears it. Aggro hits it towards the goal. It's a little bit too high. Wild is not there to commit there. Gopher back on defense. Wild sends it to the corner. Nice little bounce. Double Manimals is there. We got 18 seconds left. Here comes Aggro Fusion. It gets pinched off of another Selah car. Here comes Gopher. Too far to the left. And we're probably going to go to overtime here, but the ball is still in the air. We have seen Aggro do some crazy things in positions like this, but that's going to be it. We're going to overtime in game number 3. Oh, come on, Wild. Oh. Uh-oh. Too far to the right. Oh, this is scary. Nice. Wild gets it out of there. Selah is keeping it right up against the Lake Stevens goal. Knocks it down to the corner. Aggro saves. It's still floating in that danger zone. Aggro clears it. Doesn't have enough boost. Does not get the pinch. Rotates back onto defense. Has the full boost, but he's jockeying with Gopher. There's a demo on Wild. Ast clears it. Out of the way. Raijin taking it towards the Viking goal. Wild, big booming clear. Midfield. Up into the air. Oh, Double Autumn is able to block that one. Aggro slides it out of the way. Bumps into Double Autumn. A little bit of a dribble. Gets it out of there, but Raijin contests at mid-court. Gopher almost gets it past Double Autumn, just on the edge of the corner of the car there. Wild clears it midfield. We are 90 seconds into overtime. Nice touch by Aggro, but decent aerial control by Selah. Lots of demos coming from Selah. And we are moving into game number 4. Okay. I believe we're being forced to an update. So let's go ahead and pull this out here. Leave the match. Okay. Looks like that's probably going to be the game, actually. It looks like Selah has to go. They probably have to catch an activity bus for their school. So that means Vikings win the scrim. It was a best of 3. It was a best of 3. Normally we play best of 5, but we got a good game in. We got some footage. If you would like to watch more Lake Stevens High School esports action, this is the place to do so tomorrow. Lots of exciting esports action for the Vikings. So follow the channel, check out the YouTube channel. These handles aren't correct. Our handles right now are at LSHS_esports. Check out our Twitter, Instagram, check out our YouTube channel where I've been slowly editing, rendering, and uploading all of our esports videos from the last several years. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.